'Twas the PSVR2 second year, and all throughout Sony, not an update was given, no blog post, no story. The headsets were nestled in cupboards with care, in hopes that new games would soon appear there. The fanbase was waiting, still loyal, yet blue, while visions of showcase reels failed to come true. And Herman in his office, and Nishino in his chair, had nothing to say. Did they still even care? The glow of the headset still crisp and still bright, yet Sony stayed silent. No news was in sight. When what to my wondering eyes should appear? But fans growing weary, their patience unclear. More rapid than refunds, frustrations they came, and gamers whistled and shouted by name. Where's Astrobot? Where's Wipeout? Where's Half-Life and more? Where's first party with new titles to adore? Yet deep in the silence, no answers took flight, as PlayStation's marketing vanished from sight. They ghosted their headset, they dashed it away. Like Vita before us, no love left to stay. So hear us exclaim as our anger takes flight. Happy birthday, PSVR2, forgotten tonight. Emotional scenes. Anyway, enough about the PSVR2 anniversary. If you were reading the tea leaves, then it shouldn't have been all that surprising that Sony didn't acknowledge its existence at all, and that's not what this video is even about. This video is for those people who are looking forward to Hitman, Aces of Thunder, maybe a little bit of Wanderer, or Zombie Army VR, and all these games, and thinking to themselves, gee, why are people being so negative on PSVR2's future when I have all these potentially great games to look forward to? I need to tell you, you're being tricked by a Mirage. You see, all those games I just listed were actually supposed to release in 2024 and have been delayed to 2025. And if they had all released in 2024, then I'm sure 2024 would have went down as a great year for PSVR2. Maybe even better than 2023 to some people. But because these games got pushed back to 2025, it has papered over the cracks for now. What cracks, you ask? Well, you just saw a state of play go by with maybe 3 PSVR2 titles shown. One was Midnight Walk, which we already knew about from the last state of play. One was Dreams of Another, which is a new hybrid indie that nobody is going to buy the headset for. I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is. And then the other is a Five Nights at Freddy game that we already knew was coming to PSVR2. But since that trailer at the state of play, they've removed all mention of PSVR2 from Five Nights at Freddy, Secret of the Mimic. From the store listing, from the blog post that went up after, they actually edited the following day to remove any mention of PSVR2. So if anything, this might be the first state of play that has taken away a PSVR2 game. I mean, it remains to be seen what's going on with that game. It's probably just going to be a delayed launch that comes after the launch of the flat version. But even so, that's just one new game reveal for the PSVR2. And of course, the PSVR2 evangelists were saying they're saving it all for the anniversary. And, well, we all saw how that went. So now you can see we have nearly 2 months finished in 2025, and our roadmap of big games is made up of games that were on the 2024 roadmap. Keep in mind, it can take years to develop a game. So Aces of Thunder, Hitman, and these other exciting games would have started development maybe even before the PSVR2 even launched or shortly thereafter. Back in a time when Sony talked about PSVR2, back when it wasn't being outsold 30-1 by the Quest, back when Sony didn't kill off Firewall Ultra support after just 4 months, back when you could put your money on Sony London making a PSVR2 game at some point, back when the next Astrobot game was a shoo-in to have PSVR2 support, back when the Call of the Mountain developers weren't laid off from Firesprite, back when Shuhei Yoshida wasn't apologizing for the PSVR2 and laughing about us on podcasts. The outlook around PSVR2 today is a lot different than it was back when Aces of Thunder was greenlit by Gaijin Entertainment. It's a lot worse. And in such a volatile industry, where studio closures and layoffs are becoming more and more frequent, both in VR and traditional gaming, the idea that we will see another year on PSVR2 that can match the launch year, even though when it comes to platforms, PlayStation, Xbox, whatever, these game releases tend to get better and better and better as the years go on, that's not going to be the case for PSVR2. The first year, nothing's going to touch that, as big studios balk at risky investments like virtual reality. And with this, the possibility of a PSVR 3 one day happening becomes equally slight, in my opinion. So we are left with the indies, the Quest ports, and the hope and a prayer that someone like Flat to VR Studios can get their hands on an IP that will turn heads. Now there's going to be a VR showcase next month. We already know we'll be seeing more Hitman and the next games from Flat to VR, and maybe PSVR 2 gets a refreshed roadmap that gives me hope, but I'm skeptical that it won't just be another bunch of Quest games with an obscure IP from Flat to VR. Would love to be wrong on that, because as these games release, as Hitman comes out, as Aces of Thunder comes out, and the Mirage fades away, we're all going to be left facing the stark reality. Thanks for watching. Before I end this video, let me thank my channel members whose names are on screen as I speak. They are the following: Muzz VR, No One Knows, Plank71, Esports Commentator for Hire, DJ the Pumpkin Patch Kid, Pete Hawkins, Crumb, Edify Till I Die, Aced, Geza, Deadeye Dan, Chop PPE, Minus, and Mr. 777. Thank you very much for that support. It is greatly appreciated. Also, let me thank Decepticon for letting me use his music in all of my videos. You can check him out, Decepticon.com. The link to that will be in the description. He has a new album out just in the last few days, so go check that out as well. It's called Sentient Innovation, so if you like what you're hearing in the background, you can check that out. That is it for this video, lads and ladies. I'll talk to you in the next one. Until then, please try and stay moist.